Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever episode of Next Generation Wrestling. My name is Jim Mann and I am here alongside my friend Scott Williamson. Now, as you may know, here on YouTube we've had other wrestling promotions, other wrestling programs such as RAW Wrestling, which we had our good buddies Todd Williams and Trevor Parker commentating on shows such as BCW and other shows as such. But this is a new show. This is Next Generation Wrestling, and we are going to be forging a new generation of wrestling here tonight with the first episode. And this is going to be amazing. We've got amazing action coming up in this first episode. 3 jam-packed matches with a bunch of great talent that we've scoured across the globe to find. But Steve, give us a little rundown of what matches we're going to be seeing here on the first episode of NXG Wrestling.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Jim. I mean, it's such a big night here for Next Generation Wrestling. I mean, the matches are stacked just like you said. But we're kicking off 2 tournaments tonight where the culmination of these tournaments will end at our first ever pay-per-view live event at Breakdown, NXG Breakdown, which will be coming to you at a later date. But we're going to be kicking off the tournaments for the World Championship, and as you can see on the screen, what a beautiful belt. One of these men are going to walk away. 8 men are going to fight for the NXG World title, and then 4 teams will also be going after the NXG Tag Team Championships. And look at this other beautiful belt that was designed here for NXG. Well, we got some matches kicking off the show within the tournaments tonight. Our first matchup will be kicking off the World Title Tournament as we've got the big man, Erik Kidd, as he's going to go one-on-one against Italy's Francesco. And that's going to be a very interesting match, to say the least. The next matchup on our card tonight, we're going to have the Croatian Crusade of Niko and Roko Dijakovic, as they are going to face against the future in Troy Lee and Walker Barrett. And the winner of that match will move on to the finals at Breakdown. And it's going to be crazy to find out which team is going to make it to the Breakdown event for the tag titles. But in the main event, we've got the man who's done it all. He has won championships around the world, including the SACW Warrior Heavyweight title. I'm talking about Mandan. Mandan is going to be in this main event tonight, as he's going to be facing former military man McCoy Coleman in the World Title Tournament. And that's going to be very interesting to see, because the fan favorite in this tournament is Mandan, for sure. I mean, Erik Kidd is a big guy, and if Mandan comes across his path, it's going to be one interesting thing to witness. But like I said, and like you even said, Jim, this is a stacked card tonight. We're going to find out what happens here on this show. More craziness is going to be coming down in this show as we progress, but it should be very interesting.
Thank you, Steve. And it's now time to go to the ring, as we're going to have Erik Kidd make his way to the ring as he's going to take on Italy's Francesco. So here we go. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is the first match in the NXG World Title Tournament. Making his way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, Erik Kidd. Erik Kidd makes his way down to the ring for the very first time here in NXG Wrestling. Dude's got a promising career here in the world of wrestling. I would say so myself. But he is ready to prove himself here in NXG Wrestling against Italy's own Francesco.
Now don't get me wrong, Jim, Francesco is the guy. Francesco, I have a feeling, could win this entire thing. I know everybody wants Mandan to win, but I have a good feeling that Francesco has got a great side to him, and we'll have to see exactly what happens in this match.
And his opponent, from Naples, Italy, weighing in at 229 pounds, Francesco. Francesco making his way to the ring with a mallet. I believe that is a big mallet. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but I hope he does not plan to use that in the match, because that would get him disqualified, and ultimately Erik Kidd would move on to the next round of this tournament. But only time will tell. Francesco making his way down to the ring, and as you said earlier, Steve, you thought this guy had the potential to become the world champion. We're going to see right now if he can step face to face against Erik Kidd.
No, I have 100%. I'm fully committed with Francesco. I mean, Francesco is going to go all the way. He's going to go to breakdown. He's going to win the title. All these people keep saying Mandan's the favorite. I don't buy it.
Well, we'll have to see, Steve. The match is about to get underway here as we've got Erik Kidd from Orlando, Florida, and Francesco from Naples, Italy, about to square off in the first round of the NXG title tournament. Now, folks, you saw the belt when the show started and what it looked like, so you know what these men are fighting for. The winner of this tournament will become the NXG World Champion, and also the finals of this tournament will be at the first ever live event, NXG Breakdown.
And don't forget, Jim, the NXG Tag Team titles will be on the line. The finals of that tournament will also be at the Breakdown event. But right now, I know we're focusing on Kidd versus Francesco. But look at all the colors on Francesco, man. I'm a big fan of this dude. He's a very unique looking individual inside the ring and out.
I mean, you said that it sounds like he's a unique individual. Did you meet him before the match? I'm not entirely positive what that means.
Yeah, I met him. I got to know him. I don't know what you do for your job, Jim, but I go and interview the wrestlers, and he said he was ready to go. He was ready to win this tournament, ready to win this belt, and prove himself to everybody in his home country of Italy that he's going to do it.
Okay, well, I don't know, Steve, okay? I'm here to talk about what's going on in the match. Stop distracting me. We're going to keep going here. Francesco is now getting the upper hand on Erik Kidd at the moment, and he's just stomping a hole in Erik Kidd right now. A lot of things could happen here, and as right now, obviously, Francesco is putting the whoop on Erik Kidd, and a lot of people thought that Erik Kidd was going to beat this guy when I talked to the fans earlier today, and as of right now, that's not what's happening. It's not at all what's happening in this match.
See, this is what I exactly told you, Jim. Francesco is the guy. He's going to go for the cover. One, and a kick out, not even a two. That's disappointing. That is very disappointing for Francesco.
At this point, Steve, I think you should just go out there and manage the guy. You like him so much.
He's a great wrestler. I don't know if you watched his tapes or not, but he's a great guy, great wrestler, all around great human being, okay? I don't know much about Erik Kidd,
Well, I thought you said you interviewed all the wrestlers. I mean, Erik Kidd is one of the wrestlers in this tournament, one of the bigger names in this tournament, so I'm kind of surprised you didn't. But a clothesline by Erik Kidd, putting Francesco down the pin. 1, 2, oh, and a kick out by Francesco. Your guy was almost gone, Steve.
Yeah, I understand that, alright? I understand the consequences of if he loses this fight. I mean, he's still going to be in NXG and everything, but you never know. This could be his last match in NXG. I'm not entirely positive.
Alright, I think you just need to calm down, Steve, alright? Back to the match here. Francesco is getting frustrated on the outside here. Erik Kidd waiting for Francesco to get back in. And now both men are back in the ring. Oh, man, a kick from Francesco. Francesco, what is he looking to do here to Erik Kidd? And he's got him. Oh, throws him into the corner. Francesco, what is he looking to do? Oh, the knee strikes by Francesco. And Francesco stomping Erik Kidd at the moment. Pretty bad. I mean, Francesco getting back in the mode that he was in earlier.
You know, Francesco can get in that mode if you watch his earlier matches of him wrestling in Italy. He would get in this mode where he would just not stop and he would be relentless.
And here we go. We got this. Oh, man, what a unique neck breaker by Erik Kidd. The pin, Steve. 1, 2, and Erik Kidd moves on. Francesco is out of the tournament. Erik Kidd will move on to the next round of the NXG World Title Tournament. Here is your winner, Erik Kidd. What an amazing match there as Erik Kidd. These guys were going back and forth in that match. I know that you were rooting for Mr. Francesco, Steve, but it did not pull out the way that you wanted it to, as Erik Kidd will now move on to the next round of the NXG World Title Tournament. And we still don't know who that's going to be. We're still getting people signed on to the tournament, so we'll find out who the rest of the competitors are going to be in this tournament. But Steve, we got to look ahead to the next match here. I know Erik Kidd's got a bright future here in NXG, but what do we got up next here on NXG Impact?
Well, let me just tell you this, Jim. It's going to be one of the biggest tag team matches you're ever going to see. We're going to see the Croatian Crusade of Niko and Roko, Dijakovic. I said it wrong the first time. I'm going to say it the right time this time. As they're going to be taking on the future. Yes, I said the future of this brand, Troy Lee and Walker Barrett. And they're going to face each other. And the winner of this match will move on to the next round of the NXG Tag Team Tournament. And pretty much the winner of this match will go to breakdown for the titles. It's going to be one interesting match to see, and I cannot wait.
Well, let's not hold anyone back for too long as we ramble on here. Let's get into the tag team action. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is the first match in the NXG Tag Title Tournament. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 492 pounds. Niko and Roko Dijakovic, the Croatian Crusade. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 480 pounds, they are the team of Troy Lee and Walker Barrett, the future. And we didn't get to mention the Croatian Crusade. They are not related to Dominic Dijakovic, the WWE superstar. Just want to point that out there. They just have the same last name as him. But we got the future of NXG Wrestling in the ring right now. Lee and Barrett looking ready and amped to go. Like we said, the winner of this match will go to the finals of the NXG Tag Title Tournament at Breakdown in the future. And here we go, the Tag Title Tournament match is about to go underway. We're starting out with Niko Dijakovic as he will go head-to-head against Troy Lee in this match. The first ever tag team match here in NXG Wrestling. Now, like we said, NXG, or not NXG, but Niko and Roko are not related to Dominic Dijakovic. They just coincidentally have the same name, and hilariously enough, almost the same attire as Dominic Dijakovic.
Well, yeah, you do say that's a funny thing, Jim, because they are wearing the same exact gear as Dominic. Who knows? They might be somewhat related. I'm not even entirely sure. But we're about to feast our eyes on this performance. The pin, one, and a kick out by Troy Lee.
Now, Troy Lee and Walker Barrett are very talented independent wrestlers that have come together after many times being in singles action, forming a cohesive unit and thinking they can go after the tag team titles. But they got a big step in their way, a big huge roadblock in their way with the two big and mighty Dijakovic brothers. And here comes Roko into the ring. Roko, the older brother here. Here comes Walker Barrett, the British man, the Brit himself. Niko, Roko is the older brother. Niko is the youngest. So that's what we're looking at here. But Walker Barrett getting him down on the ground, and Walker is dialed in. Oh, the knee to the face and the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Roko. This is a crucial match, like we said. The winner, oh my goodness, what a kick to the face. But the winner of this match will go to Breakdown for the NXG Tag Team Championships. We're going to crown the first ever tag champions and the first ever world champion at Breakdown. But Walker is going to the top. What is he going to do here? He's looking to do some damage. Here he goes. Oh, a crossbody onto Roko. But Roko's not having it. He gets right back up. And a reversal. Oh, a DDT to Walker Barrett.
And he's going for the cover, Jim. 1 and a kick out. It was not enough. Not enough for a 2 there. But I do like the Dijakovics. They are very athletic. They come from Zagreb, Croatia, and they have learned from the best in Croatia, including Mirko Krokop, infamous MMA fighter, UFC champion, Pride champion. They've got a lot of experience on their hands, Jim.
Well, I can totally see either one of them becoming a world champion if they ever were to split up, or I can see them becoming tag team champions. But right now, Niko is in the ring with Walker Barrett, and a forearm to the face by Niko, and Niko is getting hyped up here. And he looks like he's going to throw Walker. No, Walker blocks it. Oh, and he kicks him. He does it anyways. I thought he wasn't going to throw him outside the ring, Steve, but he did. And he fell outside the ring, and it looks like, I was about to say Niko was going to wait for him to get back in the ring, but he decided not to. Oh, man, they're just kicking and hitting each other like crazy in this entire match. They're getting counted out now, and we are at the count of 3. And Niko is wearing down the back and oh my goodness, this dude is manhandling him Croatian style.
I didn't even know Croatian style was an actual thing, Jim, but alright, it sounds very interesting indeed.
Well, it actually is. If you want to look it up on Google, look it up on Wikipedia, Croatian style fighting. Do it, Steve. Okay, I'm trying to perfect my job here.
Whatever, man.
And Niko's having a little fun outside. He's dancing, feeling happy for himself. But Troy Lee, he was not paying attention as Troy Lee tagged himself into the match. I guess that won't really make a difference. These two men are now going to fight each other. And what is Niko going to do? Oh my goodness! He just threw him outside of the ring. I am surprised he's not dead right now. He threw him outside of the ring. It's a first for NXG Impact in the history of NXG Impact. Oh my goodness, a heel to the back of the head to Troy Lee. Can Troy Lee suffer any more damage in this match? And Niko looking to, oh man, just a forearm to Troy Lee. Troy Lee can't even defend himself at this point. And Niko gets back in the ring as Troy Lee is trying to gain consciousness back. Whoa! And what a fly over the top rope by Niko. Niko is really showing out here. More like his brother. He is trying to prove himself here in NXG. That was insane.
Well, now Troy Lee. Look at Troy Lee, Jim. He is also showing off too, but it does seem like Niko is more fond of the spotlight, unlike his brother. His brother's more professional, but Niko loves the light. Oh man, look at that, a body slam by Troy Lee. Troy Lee, a man who was trained by Daniel Bryan and inspires himself to be like Wesley. That is why he is called Troy Lee. But he's doing a great job so far defending himself off of Niko Dijakovic. And here comes Walker Barrett. The man's going up to the top. Are they about to end it here? No, crossbody. Oh, it's not a crossbody. It's a shoulder tackle. But what are they going to do here in this match? Oh, the kicks to the chest. Walker Barrett taking him down. Man, what a crazy takedown.
And here comes Troy Lee, Steve. He is coming into the match ready to go. And they're on a roll. They got the momentum going. Troy Lee. Oh, with the stomp. The curb stomp to Niko. Is that going to do it? Will that put them in the spot they need to be for the tag team championships? Here's the cover. One. Oh, and Roko breaks up the pin. I noticed that Troy Lee is busted open on the side of the face. He just chucked Roko outside the ring. Oh, and Niko just threw him over his shoulder, or over his side. I don't even think it was over his shoulder.
No, I'm pretty sure it was over his hip. It was probably a hip toss. Man, what a... These crazy combinations and strikes and kicks are absolutely insane, Jim. And look at this. Tombstone, look at that. The pinfall. Is he going to do it? It's a rope break anyways. He cannot do it. What a waste of a move there. But here comes Roko. Roko entering himself into the match.
And Rocco's ready to go. The more experienced of the two, Niko has been wrestling for several years now, but Rocco's been wrestling for over a decade. And he looks to win this match right here. The pinfall, 1, 2... Oh, and a kick out. I thought that might have been it after I talked about his experience, but Roko is the most experienced out of the brothers as Niko makes his way into the ring, and Niko looking to dominate. Power slam! Oh my goodness, the power slam. Will he go for the cover here? Hopefully not get a rope break because, you know, wouldn't want that. The pinfall, 1, 2, and the Croatian Crusade. Move on to the breakdown live event for the NXG Tag Team titles. The real question will be, who will they face? Here's your winners. The Croatian Crusade. What a great tag team match for our first ever tag team match here in NXG Wrestling as the Croatian Crusade pull out the victory, and we'll move on to NXG Breakdown as they will go against whoever the next team is for the NXG Tag Team Champions, and we could possibly potentially see them become the first ever NXG Tag Team Champions. But as we've said in the last match, we have got to move on to one of the biggest anticipated matches of this entire show. The world-renowned wrestler and former heavyweight champion Mandan will go one-on-one against former veteran McCoy Coleman, and these two guys are going to the roof's going to come off the place, Steve. It's going to go insane. Mandan looking to come back to the ring for the first time in 4 to 5 years and it's now in this tournament to win another world championship. Steve, how do you feel about Mandan getting back in the ring?
Mandan is one of those educated guys. Mandan knows the ins and outs of the ring, but it's, like you said, it's been 4 to 5 years since he stepped inside the squared circle. And McCoy Coleman is somewhat new to the sport of professional wrestling. He was in the military and he had nowhere really else to go, so he turned to professional wrestling. He always loved professional wrestling, but now he's being shoved in this situation where he could potentially win a world championship. And we're going to have to see if he can do it, if he can be the underdog in this situation and defeat the world-renowned wrestler in Mandan.
Well, Steve, we're going to get right into this bout, the main event of the first episode of NXG Impact. And we've got Mandan taking on McCoy Coleman here in the NXG World Title Tournament. So here we go. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a match in the tournament for the NXG World Championship. Making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing 186 pounds, Mandan. And here he is, the man himself. Mandan is here in Next Generation Wrestling, and he is looking to become to win another world championship, and he's gonna do it here, but he's got to do it and defeat McCoy Coleman, who is new to wrestling, but McCoy could shock the world. Who knows? Everyone's wanting Mandan to win this tournament and make a big name for himself here in NXG. And his opponent, from Lake Forest, Illinois, weighing 228 pounds, McCoy Coleman. McCoy Coleman making his way to the ring, the former veteran in the armed forces. Thank you for your service, my man. But it is now time to see if his skills are going to be put to the test here against a veteran in Mandan. And like I said, and like we were talking about, he hasn't wrestled in 4 to 5 years, but Mandan is looking to prove everyone wrong that experience does matter.
Well, I would say, Jim, that experience does matter. And look at this. Mandan is already going ham on McCoy Coleman right now. Look at the craziness by Mandan that he is displaying right now. Oh my goodness. And the fact that this man is also a YouTuber on the side, it makes it even better. That he has still got all the experience in the world as he's going up against McCoy Coleman. And McCoy Coleman has seen a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness, what was that? He completely missed it, I believe, there. That was a complete mess up by McCoy Coleman. But Mandan has seen McCoy Coleman has seen a lot, Jim.
Yeah, McCoy has seen a lot of people die while he was in the armed forces. And oh my goodness, crossbody by Mandan. Mandan with the crossbody. Mandan has been here and everywhere. Pin 1, 2. Oh, and Mandan almost won it immediately. Mandan almost immediately won the last match of this episode, but he's still going. He's still going, and the winner of this match will move on to the next round of the NXG World Title Tournament. And Mandan is, right now, it got all the momentum in the world against McCoy Coleman here. Oh my goodness, what a slam by Mandan. And Mandan looking to prove him. Oh, McCoy Coleman got out of the way of that one. Oh, a suplex by McCoy Coleman. That was a crazy looking suplex there. Did not look very, it looked very painful. Oh my goodness, is that a half Boston Crab? But there's a rope break there as Mandan gets to the rope. McCoy's already going to the top. What's he going to do here? Crossbody by McCoy Coleman.
Oh, and look at that. Look at that, Jim. This is insane. This is a backflip. That was a backflip, a crazy one by McCoy. Oh, look, another one. This dude is athletic. Oh, and he tries to go for another one, but gets blocked.
And Mandan is, oh man, look at that, Steve. Mandan just kicked him in the square in the face. Did you see that? And this match is still continuing. How McCoy is still going, I don't know, because Mandan's been going out from the gate. 1, 2, and no, a kick out by McCoy. This is nuts, man. This is absolutely crazy. Mandan going up to the top, shooting his way up. What is he about to do? Oh my goodness, a 450 elbow drop. The pin, oh, it's a rope break. He wasted the 450 elbow drop just to get a rope break there. But Mandan is still going to do whatever he can to win this match. He is putting all of his effort just so he can win the NXG Championship.
And Mandan is doing so much. Look at that. He is beating. He is the barrage of elbows to the back of McCoy. I think McCoy has to be done. Mandan's going up to the top. What is Mandan looking to do? What is he going to pull away here? Oh, and he completely missed the... Oh, my goodness. He completely missed the crossbody. That is absolutely insane. Look at this, but he's going to redeem himself. Oh, no, he's not. McCoy, suplex. Oh, suplex reversal by McCoy Coleman.
Goodness, McCoy and Mandan are going back and forth. Hurricane Ron, and McCoy is trying to prove himself that he is better than Mandan. Oh my goodness, Salida del Sol on Mandan. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out. I thought that was going to be it, Steve. McCoy almost shocked the world. McCoy almost defeated Mandan in this tournament. It would have been the first upset in NXG history. But Mandan looks to come back in this fight.
Oh, and look at that, Jim. The pin, it's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3, and Mandan does it. A slap to the face was all it took. And McCoy is out and Mandan is in. He moves on in the tournament.
Here is your winner, Mandan. What a great main event, I would have to say, Steve.
Yeah, Jim, it was a very great main event.
You know, Steve, this is probably going to be one of the greatest main events that we've ever had, but Mandan moves on. The well-renowned Mandan, who from the get-go was just going crazy at Mr. McCoy Coleman, moves on to the next round of the NXG title tournament. Him and Erik Kidd are moving on to the next round of this tournament. As you already know, we talked about the Croatian Crusade moving on to the finals of the NXG Tag Tournament. But the real question is what we have in store for the next episode of NXG Impact. As we get updates on it, we will let every one of you know out there in YouTube land when NXG Breakdown is going to be. As we know right now, the Croatian Crusade are on their way to Breakdown to go after the tag team titles. But we got to talk about, Steve, what is going to be happening in the next episode of NXG Impact.
Yes, Jim, and we're going to have some big matches. We're going to have more matches for the NXG World Title Tournament. Also, we're going to be seeing some women action, and it's not going to be a tournament. But the funny thing is, it is actually going to be a title match. Yes, it is going to be a title match here on NXG Impact for the Women's Championship. We're going to get 4 of the best women. They're going to all square off against each other, and the winner of the Fatal 4-Way match between these women will become the NXG Women's Champion, and that's going to be a very interesting match, to say the least.
Well, Steve, that sounds amazing. We're going to have to find out how all of that turns out on the next episode of NXG Impact. But like we said, Erik Kidd moves on to the next round of the tournament. So does Mandan, and the Croatian Crusade make it to Breakdown for the NXG Tag Team titles. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me and Steve here for NXG Impact. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like down below. Comment what wrestlers you want to see here on the NXG Impact show. And subscribe to Next Generation Wrestling. My name is Jim Mann.
And my name is Steve Williamson.
And we'll see you guys in the next NXG Impact episode. Bye-bye.